Speaking of upcoming games for 2019, one of the hottest titles that everybody is talking about in the gaming world right now is Shenmue 3, which will be developed by Nilo and WiseNet and published by Deep Silver. As it currently stands, there isn't an exact release date for Shenmue 3 for next year, but it's definitely a game that people have been waiting to see for at least 17 years. The latest Shenmue game in the series that we got to see was Shenmue 2, and that came out back in 2001 for Xbox and the Sega Dreamcast. And since then, many people have been waiting to see a Shenmue 3 since the 2000s. In fact, there were a lot of people who didn't think it was going to happen. But seeing that it was so high in demand and seeing how many backers the game got on Kickstarter, it comes as a surprise. It doesn't come as a surprise to too many people that we are going to get a Shenmue 3. And it's going to be probably one of the most highly anticipated action-adventure games of 2019, along with the likes of Kingdom Hearts 3 and the Resident Evil remake. Now, the visuals for Shenmue 3 look very impressive, especially considering the fact that it will be utilizing the Unreal Engine 4, and it will be available for both the PlayStation 4 and Microsoft Windows. And initially, when development for Shenmue 3 was getting started in terms of funding, the initial goal for the Kickstarter campaign was $2 million in terms of funding, and within 24 hours, actually in under 8 hours, basically it reached its goal. And back in July 2015, it was announced that over $6 million was raised for the development of Shenmue 3, and I believe it totaled around, or at least over $6.3 million in terms of funding, and I believe it got over 69,000 backers. I believe the exact number is 69,320 backers, but it's basically one of the highest funded Kickstarter games in history, and it's something that people have been waiting to see for a very, very long time. Seeing how successful the first two games were, there's no doubt that Shenmue 3 will probably be even more successful than the first two. And for those who didn't get a chance to play the first two games back in the early 2000s, basically you will have a chance to play it on the 21st of this month, as it is set to be released for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Microsoft Windows. So until then, we are still waiting to see or hear a exact release date for Shenmue 3, and there is no doubt that in terms of sales, it's going to be very successful, and it'll probably be one of the best action-adventure titles of 2019.